Hey folks, Bob Reese here with the Guides Forecast, giving you a fishing report for Saturday, the 27th of August. And it is Saturday. I'm surprised, actually I didn't see more people on the water. It was plenty busy. It is Saturday, right? But hiding out in the shade, a little bit out of the wind here. And not a great day of fishing on the Columbia. I just had 4 folks. We did luck into our 4 Chinook and got a really nice hatchery coho. So not a lot to complain about, but the bite this morning, as you've heard me say a million times, pretty slow start today with the screaming outgoing tide. A lot of boats that started early were going over 5 miles an hour, especially on the red line here. It's just a little too fast for those fish to turn and chase your baits down. So I did an 8 o'clock start today and headed right over to, did a long pass fry that doesn't want a light marker where there's less water velocity there. Just saw a few fish. I know there were a few fish caught there this morning, but the best action actually of the day was down by marker 5 to marker 1 towards the last part outgoing tide. We went back to back on Chinook down there, but wasn't great. Went a long time between bites. Bumped up river, got one on the bridge hover there on the Washington side. Only saw a few fish caught there, steady but not fantastic. And then caught one after the tide had turned and started going out on the green line rather, on the Oregon side. Few boats fishing south of the green line in illegal waters. They were netting a few fish. I don't recommend that. But overall, just a fish here, fish there. The Hammond hover didn't produce overwhelmingly. It seemed to be at the top of the tide in the first part of outgoing. Was the second best time to fish in the afternoon on the green line there. So Washington humps didn't produce very well at the top of the tide. That was disappointing. So had to move around a bunch today. I imagine it'll be somewhat similar tomorrow, but always get surprised. This fishery is not always consistent day to day, so do plan on some rogue maneuvers if you want to be successful. Still having trouble getting bites on the spin fish, not using a lot of them, but the spinners, the Santa Hat, which is red white tip, brass bodied, that one's been consistent last couple of days. So with a little silver tinsel and a pink hoochie and a chunk bait, of course, chunks of herring. So that's kind of been the program. I think the winds are still going to stay a little sloppy for ocean fishing, but river fishing is good enough to justify not burning the fuel to go offshore. Still no strong showing of coho, but I know that's going to change real soon here. But nonetheless, lots of Chinooks in the river. Last couple days they've been biting shallow and deep, and nothing in between. The middle rods that are fishing the middle water column have not been folding over all that much. So 18 to 22 strips on the bow with 16 ounces, and on the bottom with the back rods have been the most productive. So that could change anytime as well. So be prepared for anything. Did not get bit on bait today. I just ran 1 bait out of 4 rods, and that rod maybe had 1 bite, but the spinner rigs with chunk baits did have a better strike to hook ratio with the treble hooks today versus the single, even a 6/0 single. Sidewash hooks were not impressed with the strike to hook ratio, so I might be using a few more trebles. Size 1/0 treble, stainless steel VMC. So, all right, good luck. That's the fishing. Stay safe out there.